All right, we're taking a live look right now to the board of directors for C-TRAN. Clark County's transit system is meeting. On their agenda tonight, whether Clark County residents will help pay for the cost of operating light rail on the new Interstate Bridge between Portland and Vancouver. And that comes out to about $7 million every year. C-TRAN initially said they were not going to help pay for it as a condition for approving the bridge plan back in 2022. But in November, they backed down to say they may help out because they wanted to be included in conversations about the bridge project. Tonight, we're expecting a vote to decide whether to go back to their original conditions to not help out. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But it comes after two cities in Clark County recently voted to not support light rail. Camas unanimously voted last month to oppose it, and last week, Battleground went the same way. Battleground City Council approved a resolution stating they opposed any extension of light rail into Clark County as part of the Interstate Bridge Replacement. Some city councilors said it's because they don't want Portland's problems coming across the bridge.
My concern is when we bring in light rail, that's going to bring a lot of Portland's homeless over here, and they're going to be depleting our already exhausted resources. Now, I can speak from experience, and I'll leave it at this. I live in Washington State because what I saw happen in my neighborhood because of the metro that came in. I lived in Portland for over 10 years. I'm an Oregonian, born and raised, and I was forced to move my home as soon as the metro came in. My neighborhood, they gave us these great benefits, what they're giving us today. You know, they're looking at the bright side. Unfortunately, everything's double-sided. You know, the downfall was overnight, my neighborhood changed. My kids couldn't even walk to school anymore without profanities being screamed at them from homeless and drug-addicted people sitting at my curbside.
But the council was split. Two members and the mayor voted to oppose the resolution opposing light rail, not because they want it, they absolutely don't, but because they think the resolution sends the wrong signal to the people in charge of the bridge project. Here's Battleground Mayor Troy McCoy.
What does this decision do? This tells the people of Battleground we're fighting against light rail. All 7 of us don't want light rail. This resolution doesn't change that. So what we're doing is we're putting our heels in the sand. And what's the pro of that? What's the positive of that for our taxpayers if it takes us away from the table to fight for our taxpayers when this comes back? Because if we remove ourselves from the table, and that's what this resolution may very well do, there's no reason for Vancouver and Clark County to talk to us or listen to us at the table if we basically say we're going to veto what you want to do.
Now, to be clear, neither Battleground nor Camas would be getting light rail, whether they wanted it or not. It's only going to Vancouver. But if C-TRAN ends up deciding to pay for maintenance, Clark County residents in C-TRAN's service area, which includes Battleground and Camas, would likely be paying for it through a higher sales tax. Battleground voted 4-3 to oppose light rail joining Camas. Neither city has a seat on the Interstate Bridge Project's executive steering group, but C-TRAN does. And Battleground and Camas each have a seat on the C-TRAN board. We'll let you know what they decide.